Now, given both sides of the argument, the question we are asking tonight is, are these suggestions based on genuine health concerns, or is it sheer food policing? So this is the question we are asking here on the Urban Debate. Let me welcome here on the program, joining us tonight, Mr. 𝘾𝙤 𝙨𝙩, spokesperson of the BJP, 𝘾𝙤 𝙨𝙩, spokesperson of the Congress Party, Dr. 𝘾𝙤 𝙨𝙪, founder of One Health and Nutrition, and also we have Priyanka Jaiswal, nutritionist at the Diet to Nourish, Mr. 𝘾𝙤𝙨 𝙨𝙩 from the National Coalition on the Education Emergency. Thank you so much, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the program. I'm reading out a part of the paper that was presented, which says, given the small body frame of Indians, any extra energy provided through cholesterol by regular consumption of egg and meat lead to lifestyle disorders. That is argument number one. And what are the lifestyle disorders? Diabetes, primary infertility, that apparently is already increasing in India, and studies conducted across countries suggest that animal-based foods interfere with hormonal functions. These are the reasons given, but like I mentioned earlier, that nutritionists have debunked these claims. On the nutritional value of the midday meals, should there be the option of meat and eggs, or should it be completely eliminated? Let me have Ms. Jaiswal respond, please, on the issue of the nutritional value and whether it can address the malnourishment concerns that the state has. And again, I want to quote figures here once again to say that, you know, this is a country where malnourishment is a major issue. According to the Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey, only 3.6% of children in Karnataka in the age group of 6 to 23 months receive a minimum acceptable diet. This is the level you are in. 18.3% of children have minimum dietary diversity. Only 31.6% have minimum meal frequency. Only 8.7% children consume iron-rich food. So do we really have the luxury to have, you know, these kind of a thought process where we deprive children even of the choice? Dr. Priyanka Jaiswal.
What I believe is, it's true that religious values are totally different from the nutritional values. But being a dietitian and being an expert, I say that eggs and chicken, whatever part we are talking about here, about protein, that comes in the high biological value. So whenever we are talking about good quality protein, that comes in these sources only. If we are asking children to eat only vegetarian sources, they will be very limited. They will not be happy about it, because many of children are really not familiar with the vegetables. They are not familiar with the vegetarian sources of protein. They do not like to consume all the time only vegetarian resources. So malnourishment can be even, increased at this point. We have to keep options for each and everyone. We have people who are vegetarian, hardcore vegetarians, and we have people who are hardcore non-vegetarians. We cannot put a restriction on the people that you are not allowed to eat, because that will put a restriction on their behavior choices of eating pattern. Maybe they will restrict themselves for eating other nutrients as well, which will not be a good sign for us. We have to give them choice. They are children we are talking about.
Yes.
Forget about children. If we ask an adult who are a hardcore non-vegetarian since birth, will not be able to get rid of it very easily. So why we are demanding it from the, from children. So, and also it's their growth time. They need all the nutrition, all the requirement of protein at this time. We cannot compromise, we cannot do experiments by putting up on a pressure that you are not allowed to eat. Maybe we will have more health issues and more severities of malnourishment in children while putting up restriction. We should be open for the choice.
Yes. So can there be a consensus around this? I will have Dr. 𝘾𝙤 𝙨𝙩 and 𝘾𝙤𝙨 𝙨𝙯, make the concluding remarks on this. Can there be a consensus? I mean, can there be, purely on the basis of calorific value, a midday meal can be decided if certain families have restrictions of diet in terms of not having non-vegetarian, of course there can be alternatives, and the government must in that case substitute with good enough proteins, even if it may come at a cost. These are India's children and India's future we are talking about. Otherwise, everything on paper, even if you have a very protein-rich diet recommended, many a times it has not reached the children. That is also true. So with all those important observations made, thank you so much to the entire panel for joining us on this conversation.